students, welcome to the online video class of computers. I am Meenakshi Kothiyal, your computer teacher, and I welcome you to the new session that is 2021 and 2022. So children, first of all I would like to congratulate you all that you all have done very good, very well in exam and scored good marks, and also my warm wishes to them also, those who are the position holders. So children, from this session onwards, your books have been changed. Okay, previous edition you not need to buy. You have to buy the new set of books from the bookstore Knowledge Mart, Nehruwala, Kadikent. Okay, children, he will provide you all the sets of books. Okay, all the new editions, whatever changes have been made, it will provide you the books from there. Okay, so don't get panicked from where you have to buy the books. The address is there. Everything is given to you. So children, this is the book Plugin from Green Earth Publications Private Limited, Part 3. This is your new computer book. So children, today I am going to start with the first chapter, that is Introduction to Computers. Okay children, so take out your books and let's start with the study with a smiling face. This is your first chapter, Introduction to Computers, and this is given on page number 5. Okay. So children, today in this video we will discuss about the introduction part and the hardware part. Only these two topics we will cover in this video. Rest the topics we will cover in our next video. So these are the things which this chapter includes: introduction, hardware, software, types of software, that is system software and application software. We will study about all of these things in this chapter. Okay, so in this module we will discuss only this much part. So let's get started. This is a computer, keyboard, CPU and mouse. These all are together form a computer system. Okay children, when we combine them together, when we combine all the parts of a computer together, then it forms a computer system. Now children, what is a computer? Yes children, computer is a machine. Okay, abhi basic things we are going to tell you, that computer is a machine and machine is made by human. So it is what? It is a man-made thing. Computer is a man-made thing. Okay, now why did humans have made this machine called computer? Because a computer helps us in doing many works. Okay, it helps us in many ways, like we can watch movies on it, we can play games on it, we can store a lot of information in it. Okay, it works faster. So these are some of the basic features of a computer. So that is why a human needs to make a machine called computer. Now children, computer is an electronic device. Now what do you understand by this term electronic? See children, electronic means electricity. Okay, so the computer is a machine which works only with the help of electricity. We humans cannot make it work without electricity. If there is no power supply, if there is no light, your computer will not work. Okay, so that is why computer is called electronic device. It is a device, it is a machine, but it is an electronic machine, because with the help of light, with the help of power, it works. Okay children, now what are the basic functions of computer? Means why a computer is used. So these are the basic functions of computer here: entering data, processing and storing it, presenting output on the screen. Now what is entering data? Entering data means, like children, suppose in computer I want to do this like this: 2 plus 4. Okay, so this 2 plus 4 is what? I have typed 2, then in computer if I am using calculator, then I am typing 2, then plus, then 4. This data I have entered on it. Okay, with the help of what? You can enter the data into a computer with the help of a keyboard or with the help of a mouse. So these keyboard and mouse are the two input devices which are used to enter the data in a computer. Okay, so these are the data 2 and 4. This is the data I have entered it with the help of computer. Now what computer will, with the help of keyboard, pardon me, with the help of keyboard you have entered the data in the computer. Now what is the next process? Processing and storing it. Now what a computer will do, this much I have given to data, I have given the instructions to the computer. Now what a computer will do? A what is 2 plus 2. So you are thinking in your mind, means processing is done inside your mind. The same way processing is being done inside what? CPU, means CPU processes the data. Now a CPU will take this data and store it into the computer. Now it will process it, like it will think what is 2 plus 4, obviously it is 6. So when CPU processes the data, the processing is done, the answer is in my mind. If I ask you to stand up and tell me the answer, then only you will give the answer, that means the output. Okay, still the processing is done inside your mind. So it processes the data, CPU has processed the data, okay, and it keeps the result 6. Means still it is storing it unless if I press the enter key, then only it will give me what? It will present the output on the screen. When I click on the enter screen, then only it will give the result. So this is how a computer works. It is an electronic machine. It takes the data. Obviously, it cannot work of its own. If I want to make it work, will it work? If I ask him to stand, if I ask it to sit, will it? No. So it will work only according to the instructions, the right instructions or the commands which we will give it to it. Got it, children? So what are the functions? Entering data. I have entered the data with the help of keyboard. I have pressed the keys on the keyboard and it will present on the computer screen. Then what next? CPU and storing it. Processing and storing it. What processing? The answer has come out. Okay, the processing is being done. Next, presenting output. The last step is it will present you the output on the screen. Okay, children. So these are what? These are the basic functions of a computer. Now, children, here a computer is divided into two categories. Okay, first is hardware and second is software. Okay, children. In this video, we will discuss about this hardware part only. Next video, I will just cover all the topic regarding this software. Okay, so just come and focus on this part. So children, what is hardware? What are hardwares? Hardwares are nothing. They are just simply the parts of computer which you can touch or you can feel. Okay, like what parts you can touch or feel? Like you can touch CPU, you can touch a mouse, you can touch a keyboard. Okay, so these all are what? These all are the parts which you can touch or feel. These all are what? Hardwares. They are simply what? Hardwares. Okay, children. So what is a hardware? The part of computer that you can touch or you can feel. Isn't this simple definition of a hardware? Now, children, again, hardware is also categorized in 4 different parts. Input devices, processing unit, storage device and output device. As I have already told you that a computer performs some functions in which you have to enter the data, then it will process it and then it will display the result. So here that all work is done with the help of hardwares. Okay. Now input devices. Input devices are the devices which we use to enter the data or instructions into the computer. Like what? Keyboard, mouse. Okay, so keyboard and mouse are the input devices with the help of which you can enter the data into the computer. Next, what comes if you have entered the data, then what is the next step? It will process it, and it will process it with the help of what? Yes, children, it will process it with the help of CPU and motherboard. Okay. Motherboard is just simply a chip. It is simply a chip. This is a motherboard. Okay. When you open the CPU, you have seen that there is a motherboard inside it. Okay. So this motherboard stores all the chips, all the wires has been attached to it. So it is a part of a CPU. So now, children, processing unit comprises of what? The processing unit consists of CPU and motherboard. CPU is also known as what? Brain of computer. What we use? CPU is called what? It is also known as brain of computer. Okay, children? Okay, so So these two comprises of processing unit. These two helps in processing the data, means they helps in analyzing the task. Next comes storage device. Now children, you have entered the data, it is being processed, but it requires, suppose you have written the data and you are writing down it somewhere. So you need some thing like a notebook you want to store, to write something down. Okay, if I am giving you just do the calculation 2 plus 4. So you would require a notebook in which you will write down 2 plus 4 and then you are doing it. So rough work, for that rough work you need, for that processing you need what? Storage device, notebook now. So that is how a computer also use some storage devices in which the data is stored and in which the processing is done. Okay, so what are those storage devices? Like CD, hard disk, okay, CD, hard disk and DVDs. These all are what? These all are the storage devices in which the work or the processing has been done. Next comes output device. Now, what is the use of an output device? Obviously, children, when you have entered the data, it is being processed, it is being stored. Now, what next? Obviously, it will give you the output. Now, you want some output. So, with which parts of computer helps you to give the output on the screen? Yes, children, you would require monitor or printer. Okay. So you would require what? Monitor and printer. Okay. So monitor and printer are the parts of computer which helps us to display the result. Okay. Monitor displays the result on the screen, on the computer screen, and printer, it helps us to display the result on what? Piece of paper. Okay. It gives you the printout of the work which is done on the computer and it will give you the printout on the piece of paper. Okay children, now you have got it that computer is divided into two categories, hardware and software. Hardware are the parts of computer which you can touch or feel. Next, hardware is again categorized into four categories: input devices, processing units, storage device and output device. Input devices we have used to enter the data into the computer. Processing unit means the CPU, which is called the brain of a computer. It thinks and it solves the question, okay, and it will store it in the brain. Means it till then we are not giving the output, till then it will store. So the storage device, it will require some storage devices from on which you can store the data. So CD, hard disk, DVDs are the examples of storage devices on which the data is stored. Okay. After that, the data is stored, then it will give you the output. Now, output has come out with the help of what? Yes, with the help of monitor and printer. Okay, children. So now, children, I just hope that you all have understood the topic very well. Now, what you have to do, you have to go through the chapters, go through the pages, sorry. This page and this page. Okay, you have to read till here. Okay, and I will give you the question answers, home assignment through Padhe Bharat app, okay, in which you have to solve the questions, okay. And if you want to solve the questions correctly, you have to watch the video very, very carefully. See children, teachers are putting up all their efforts, okay, so that your studies won't get troubled, okay. So I also just want support from you. I just want the parents, I request the parents to help their child in studies, in making them watch the video carefully and from the starting till the end. Okay children, you will get your answers, most of the answers while watching the videos. Okay children, so we will continue with the next topic, software, in our next video. Till then, stay safe and stay home and keep smiling.